I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with another lovely episode of Hal Talks, whereas Hal's talking about playing efficiently, and we're going to talk about the reputation in the game. Now, reputation does affect a few play aspects of the game. We all know the lovely hunters that come after us if our reputation's too low, and we all know the rewards of having a high reputation as getting into the epic blueprints and all the other chests that we can get as far as crew chests. Now, as you can see in the background, I just got it kind of scrolling through pretty quickly here. Um, these are your standard epic stores, or your standard reputation stores. Okay, there's 5 in total. We have your base 3, which are based on the 3 main factions of the game, the Federation, the Klingon, and the Romulan. And then we added the Augment section and the Rogue store as well. So we're going to primarily focus on the main 3. We will talk about the others as the video goes through. So your Federation, your Klingon, and your Romulan rep. What is it good for? Okay, so free chests for those of us who are free to play or very low to play, or even the whales. They do these too. Free chests means we can get into more of the crews, get into transporter patterns, and help upgrade the epics. It also means you can buy some of the blueprints you need. Now keep in mind, you can earn some blueprints through the armadas, but you also can buy them directly through here. It also plays a role into how many hunters you get or what kind of hunters you get while in certain space. All right, everybody is touting, triple faction lock being the greatest thing on earth. And it does have its perks. Right now I'm pulling 3 different factions worth of recruit chests, gaining a lot more transporter patterns that way. However, the one thing I did lose was those hunters. Now, the hunters may be annoying, and they may come in at the wrong time or right when you warp into a system, boom, you're dead. However, when you get a new ship and you're going through and you're trying to get it leveled up because, hey, you just got your Enterprise, you got it up to tier 4, now you got to get the 20 levels of experience points on it, or the ship experience points. How are you going to do that? Okay, you can go through and do what I had to do and use it for my dailies, hitting the smaller portion of the dailies. Or if you are not triple locked and you have one of these 3 main ones negative, then you can drop it in a low area of their space and just let it gain that experience for you. So let's start taking a look a little bit more here as to the type of points we can get and what where to find it and what it'll do for you. So right here, if you select a ship in the game and you hit the rewards, this is what pops up. Okay, it tells you that you're going to get some trait, you're going to get a little bit of par, but primarily the faction rewards is what we're going to be looking at today. All right, this is a level 40 trader in Tygo Core. So you can see it gives a lot of Federation rep. It gives half the amount in Romulan and a heavy negative to Klingon. Why is that? Well, the Klingons don't want you taking out their trucks. Okay, they need their supplies. Taking out these miners takes out their supplies. So there you go. Now, you will notice that you get more rep from hitting a trader than you do a warship. PMC, Pike Moreau Chen, works great on traders. Works pretty well on explorer warships. Works decently well on battleships if you can kill it in the first round. Interceptors, not so much. So, as we go through and we start taking a look here, well, how much rep do I need? Here we go. And this is a rundown of the current rep levels. Okay, so you start at, generally when you first start the game, you're neutral to everybody. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares. You're just kind of there. All right, you don't really have the hunter problem, and you don't really get any of the bonuses from being and good with one faction or another. However, you can go as far down as negative 2 million points. Okay, so that hostile to max negative levels there, that's generally where you'll get your hostile hunters, and that's a good way to level up your ships. Okay, but now as we go further down here, we get into neutral and then tolerated. And that second level of tolerated there, 2,000 points, you see the D? Okay, every one of those Ds is a modification to your faction dailies. Okay, that means you have to do higher level or mine more materials or mine different materials as you get in from G2 to G3. And I believe from G3 to G4, you'll get that little bit of a shift there to get you really going into it. All right, so, and right about the middle point there, you see that L? That L means that's where the lock is. Okay, now that's where I was talking about faction lock at the beginning. You hit 10 million points, you cannot go below 10 million points. No matter how many of that faction you hit, you will hit that 10 million ceiling. Okay, I know a couple players which during the hostile hunts and during the cow event, military supremacy, they ended up being level 36 and hitting 30 million. Well, what did that mean for them? That means that their dailies went from G3 to G4. Okay, level 36, a lot of them don't have full access to G4 materials. So they ended up having to work back. And again, we'll be looking at a calculator here that'll help you figure out where you need to go and what you need to do to walk it back. All right, so let's take a look at the other set of faction reputation here. This is the Augment and Rogue. Now, whereas the primary three factions, you can go and hit hostiles to get them, Augment and Rogue are based off of your faction store. Okay, the Augments, I believe, is based off of needing X amount of data per day to turn into chests. The Rogue is X amount of I forget what they're called off the top of my head that you get from hitting their transports. Okay, so now you'll see that the Augment one is only a 1,500,000 lock, whereas the Rogue rep doesn't lock. Okay, but you can. These are 2 reputation points that you cannot lose. So all you do is gain. All right, so you don't have to worry about losing what reputation you have with them right now. All you do is gain more until you hit the ceiling. Okay, to give you an idea as to what we're looking at here. So this is a out of the faction store for the rogues. All right, and you see all the way to the left there says Rogue Reputation. So every time I turn that chest in, I get 2,700 rep. Now this does scale as you get higher and better faction. You need more of the materials to gain more rep. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? So let's take a look at the spreadsheet here. All right, so I know this much. Okay, these are the numbers we got from the Tycho Core miner. All right, so if I'm killing 5 of these a minute, I'm looking at 7,000 Fed rep, negative 26,000 Klingon rep, and 3,500 ROM rep per kill. So per minute, we're looking at 35,500, negative 133,000, and for the Romulan side of it, 17,000. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so I know I'm currently at 256,000 2.56 million in current rep. So there's my next rep. The sheet will auto-calculate it for you. And then you got your points to the next level. You just put in this number here. Okay? There you go. Look at that, 35.5. How much time to the next level of rep there, guys? Just a little bit over an hour of straight grinding. Okay, so you get an idea as to how much time you're going to put in here. All right. Now, let's say we're a smaller player. Okay, we're just got past the 100,000 point. Okay, and I can't hit these big ships in Tycho Core. So I'm hitting smaller ones where I'm getting, 17,000 every 5 minutes. All right, there we go. So another 5 minutes worth of work. Boom, I'm at the next rep level. A couple things to remember. Rep levels may change while you play. However, they don't change the dailies till the next reset. Okay. Where does this calculator really come in on its own? Well, we need to walk it back. We can figure out how much we need to walk it back by or how fast we can get there. We want that next level because, hey, I'm 32 now. I'll be 34 in about a month. I want to make sure I can get up to that 10 million point. I'm only an 800,000 rep. What do I need to do? And this will help you walk through and figure out what you need. Okay, so from 800,000 to 1.2, if I'm killing these, it's going to take me half an hour. Figure out the 1.2 to the 2. Okay, so I'm looking at a couple more hours. So it gives you an idea as to how much time you're going to spend doing it. All right, and then you can figure out where that fits into your dailies, where that fits into the rest of your day. Do you have an extra 15 minutes? Here we go. Now we know I'm going to knock 15 minutes out of this. So it leaves me another half hour of gameplay to really push that next rep level. So there it is, folks. The sheet is up and available. We will be going over a lot more of this in depth as our series on playing efficiently goes on. This game, it can ruin you. It can really take its toll on your free time. However, if we take the time, we do the math, and we play efficiently, we gain that free time back and have good stress relief on the side. So you guys have yourselves a good day. Enjoy your time, and we'll catch you on the next video. Goodbye.
Dave, my mind is going. I can feel it.